Hey, hi everyone, this is Abid Khan from Octa Networks. Let's continue with another session of BGP. Is the audio clear? Okay, good. So let's continue with BGP's best path selection process, attribute manipulation. So yesterday what we had seen, by default every router does what? BGP best path selection process. Whenever a router learns the same route from more multiple neighbors, what it does, it, it goes through a process to select. BGP never does load balancing. So it keeps on comparing. The BGP router keeps on comparing one attribute, one parameter after another parameter. Anytime a parameter is equal, never does load balancing like IGP. The last parameter which can never be equal is what? Neighbor IP, correct? So that we all seen. And then yesterday we have seen that how to manipulate the attributes, how to manipulate the traffic. So in traffic you have only two possibilities: outgoing traffic you want to manipulate, and or incoming traffic you want to manipulate. So yesterday we had seen that by default, suppose R1 has a customer 70 and R6 has a customer 60. If this customer want to communicate how the traffic R1 is sending, by default it is sending via R4, and then R2 is sending via R2, R1, and then the traffic goes this way. So this was suboptimal. So we wanted that R1 to send the traffic via R5. What we did, since it was outgoing traffic from R7 to R6, it is outgoing traffic of a single router. The attribute which we manipulated, which I demonstrated, was weight. Why weight? Because weight is what? Highest in the hierarchy. Weight in the best path selection process is what? Number one. Now the next requirement is what? I say AS1. AS1 should prefer. AS1 should prefer what? R5. This is the requirement. AS1 should prefer R5 for what? To send traffic. Send traffic to a particular destination. What is that? Maybe 66.1.1.0 like that. Maybe /24. So this is the requirement is given to you. AS1 should prefer R5 to send traffic to 66.1.1.0/24. This is the requirement. So how now what to do? What attribute to manipulate? Suppose we don't know. So what you do? As I said, ask yourself which traffic we are told to manipulate. So if you see now, where is AS1? Over here. AS1 is over here. Where is 66? 66. This network is over here. So what is the task saying? AS1 should prefer R5. By default, what is happening? By default, what is happening in AS1? some traffic is going like this, towards like this. If R5 has a customer, R5 customer is going like this. R4, R7 is sending like this traffic. If R4 has a customer, R4 customer is sending traffic like this. R9 sending traffic to R4, then R4 is also sending like this. So this is by default is happening. Some customers are preferring R5 to send the traffic towards 66. Some customers are preferring R4. So wherever an organization, enterprise or an AS, they have multiple exits, then what will happen by default? Both the exits will be used. But normally what happens? Many times organization, what they have, we have what, primary or and secondary. If both are equal bandwidth, then no issues. If some people go via R5, doesn't matter. Some people go via, some traffic go via R4, doesn't matter. Automatically getting load balance. But in that also, what will happen? If you see R7, R4, they will never send. Only R5 own customers will send traffic via. So even if you have two links of equal bandwidth, sometimes what will happen? One link will be utilized more, the other link will not be utilized compared to the first one. It might be underutilized. So if equal bandwidth is there, people would like to do what, load balance. But if equal bandwidth is not there, it is a kind of a redundancy, that okay, the prime all the traffic must go via the primary link because it is high bandwidth link maybe. In a real scenario, all this link between this service provider or this AS will be what, maybe gigabit links. So you can't keep the gigabit links simply lying idle. That's the reason it is important to know. So right now, this is what is happening in AS1. Any traffic coming for 66, normally not only 66, for all, even if traffic is meant for R8 also, it will all go like this only. This is the path. Only R5 own customers, the customers here might prefer R5 to send the traffic. So whatever packets come to R5, then R5 will forward via R3. If the packets come to R4, then R4 never selects R5, R4 selects what, R2. So now we have been given a task that no, AS1 should prefer R5. So this pink color or red color, whatever you see on the screen, this is indicating by default what is happening. And now what is the requirement? The requirement is, I'm going to use a different color, green color. What is my requirement? Any traffic in AS1, if it comes for 66, it should go via R5. So I'm putting green color now. Yeah, that is already going. R5 is already doing that job. But what about R9? So if R9 sends the packet to R4, now R4 should send via R5. If R7 should send via R5. If R4 has own customer sum, it should send. So this is green color indicates the requirement that AS1 should prefer R5 to send traffic to. So now how do I decide what to do? So as I said, ask yourself, which traffic are you being told to manipulate? What type of traffic? Is it incoming or outgoing? So it is what, outgoing traffic. First question, answer is outgoing. Then second question, whose traffic is being told to manipulate? A single router or the whole AS? Now this time it is what, whole AS. See, the task is saying AS1. So it is whole AS. So whenever you are told to manipulate outgoing traffic of a whole AS, what attribute is the best attribute to manipulate to achieve this? Local preference. Why? Because local preference is where in the hierarchy. If you see, local preference is where after wait, second in the hierarchy from top to bottom. So anytime you want to, the best solution is what, always manipulate an attribute which is higher in the hierarchy. So from this we can understand that weight and local preference can be used to manipulate what, outgoing traffic of the whole. They are the best attributes to be manipulated, best solutions. Weight, but weight is what, only for a single router. Outgoing traffic, single router, weight. Outgoing traffic, whole AS, local preference. And in local preference, what is the criteria? Higher. What is the default local preference? 100. That means by default what is happening? every router local preference. R5 will tell R7 and R4, my local preference 100. R4 will say, okay, R5, even I am also 100. R7 will say, okay, even I am also 100. Like that. So all are equal by default. That's the reason R4 and R5, these two exit points, they say that R5 says, okay, whatever traffic will come to me, I will forward directly through my eBGP neighbor. R4 says same, okay, same goes with me also. Whatever traffic, if I receive, I will not forward to you, you will not forward to me, because we are equal. When we are equal, that means we can take independent, we can send this traffic whatever we like. And that's the reason R4 is not preferring R5. So now what is the requirement? Everybody should prefer what? R5. If everybody should prefer R5, what I can do? Maybe I can go to R7 and configure something and tell, okay, R7 you should forward the traffic to R5. Then R7 will start sending the traffic to R5. R4, if you see, I can tell R4 also, hey, R4 you should send traffic to R5. But then what will happen? This is not a good solution. Why? Because I'm doing on two routers. But here I'm showing only two routers. But in a real world, in a real environment, there could be 100 routers. So you can't go to each and every router and tell every router that no, you have to send the traffic through R5. So the solution must be what? Scalable. And for scalability, what is your option? This is the option. Manipulate local preference. This attribute needs to be manipulated. Okay. So clear everybody, what is the requirement? That all traffic must go through R5. That is the requirement. So now what I should do? R5 should declare as the boss. R5 should say, I am the boss, I am the exit. Everybody follow me. I am the leader. I am the master. How it will say? By increasing its local preference. So let us configure this now. Let us see right now. If you see on R7 now, if you do BGP for 66, so IP BGP, when I do, what I find? For 66, R7 is learning via R4 also and R5 also. And why R7 is preferring R4? Because of what? Lower router ID, which I already demonstrated yesterday. So the reason for R7 is what? See, it is comparing weight by default equal, local preference 100 equal, AS path list equal, origin code equal, metric equal, med, yeah, med also equal, then AD, this is also IBGP, this is also IBGP, so that means even the AD is also equal. And then once all the top 7 are gone, then what happens? Next is what? It goes to the second last. Second last is what? Router ID. So router ID is what? Unequal. The moment you come across any attribute, whenever BGP is checking, doing the best path selection, if it is comparing something and it becomes unequal, then it will stop. It will never go below. It will never go further. Then comparison has to stop. Only when the comparison is equal, then BGP continues the comparison further. Any attribute value is equal, then keep checking. The moment you come across a value which is unequal, stop. Take a decision based on whatever the criteria, whether it can be higher, it can be lower. In case of weight, it is what? It was what? Higher. Local preference is what? Also higher. Higher the local preference. See the name of the attribute itself is what? Local preference. That means everybody within the AS will give preference to that router whose local preference is higher. Local preference is valid within IBGP. Local preference is not sent out. Local preference is not valid outside the AS. It is valid within the AS. Please understand this. Local preference is valid within the AS, not outside the AS. So right now if we do trace, trace 266.1.1.1 source 70 R7 zone customer 70.7.7 numeric display. If I do, what I find, R7 is preferring R4 and then actually R4 is preferring always R2, like that. If I do another trace to 80, another customer, even that traffic is also going same way. Why? Because for all the destinations, for R7, R4 is the best, because whatever R4 and R5 are advertising the route, same routes, whatever they advertise, between them, who is winning? R4, because of lower router ID for R7. So now what is the requirement? Even if you see now, if I go to R9 also, R9 prefers, for R9 there is only one path, R4. As per the diagram, if you see, R9 is only directly connected only to R4. So it will always send to R4, and then R4, for R4 who is the best? Always R2, and for R2 who is the best? R1, and then R1 forwards R3 and ultimately. So this is right now what is happening. Now we have been told no, yes, one should prefer R5. That means if traffic comes from R9, it should go via R5, via 4. It will come to 4, then 4 should not forward to 2, it should forward to 5. And that's the reason which exit point we have been told to prefer R5. So go to that router. Again, step 1 will be what? Same like yesterday. First step is always identify the customer. So maybe I say access list number 55, permit 66.1.1.0. You have to be very careful what is given, according to that you need to match. Now in the task today I have written what? 66.1.1.0/24. So wildcard mask is very important in your access list. Whatever requirement is given to you, according to the requirement only your configuration must be there. You cannot match anything extra, you cannot match anything less. If you are matching more than the requirement, that is also not acceptable. If you are matching less than the requirement, that means the task is not complete itself. So you have to be very careful whatever they say. Now next thing is what? I create a route map. I say route map. Local preference maybe. Any name, I can give anything. LP. Enter. Now you see, yesterday I was doing permit 100 like that. Now I did not do even permit, and straight away I said route map local preference. Why? Because if you want to have a permit decision, if you want the permit action and you don't want to specify the sequence number, no problem. Your router will specify the permit action and default sequence number will be what? 10. So if you want to do any route map you want to create with a permit number 10, permit and sequence number 10, then no need to even type permit 10. Just type the name of the route map and it's done. And then I match what? This access list. And then what I do? I say set local preference. Anything greater than 100, 101 will also do, 200 also will do, 170, any value greater than 1, greater than 100, like that. Again check the, again read the task carefully. If they are not mentioned any specific preference or local preference value to be set, then you can do whatever you like. Any value higher than 100 will okay. But if they are told that okay it must be 150, then you have to set 150 only. If they say 105, you have to set 105. You cannot set your own. So you have to be very careful in the exam. So now it is, let's say I say it is 150 given, so let me put 150. Done. What about the remaining traffic? Route map in BGP is what? Route filter also, and route map as a filter has what? Implicit deny. So what will happen to all the remaining routes? They will get denied. So that's the reason I need to do what? Commit next statement 10, 20, 30, whatever I always use 100, 200. So I can even keep The ending number, if you have started with 10, that does not mean that it has to be 20. You can put whatever value you like. Done. The route map is done now. Yesterday I explained you that when you want to manipulate outgoing traffic, what you should manipulate? Incoming route. So actually, as per the diagram, this 66, who is giving to R5? As per the diagram, two neighbors are giving this route to R5. One is R3 also, and one is actually coming from R5 also. But for R5, who will be the better one? R3. So this is the route which is going to be preferred by R5. So this is incoming route 66. So what I should do when you want to manipulate outgoing traffic, we should manipulate what? Incoming route. That's the reason now what I do. I go to BGP, router BGP1. Let me see who are my neighbors. So I see R3 is my neighbor. Even R10 is also a neighbor, but actually R3 is preferring home. Again, better to confirm, because if you apply to a wrong neighbor, it won't work. So check for 66. See, 66 R3 is receiving via 3 neighbors. One is R3, one is R10, and one is R4. From one neighbor, it is R4. It is IBGP route. Here it is eBGP, here it is eBGP, so it's a competition between 3 and 10. How R5 decide which is best? If you see here, the AS path list, R10 AS path list is longer, whereas R3 AS path list is what? Shorter, so it prefers R10, that is what it is showing. So which is the best neighbor for 66, 35. So I'll go in BGP and I'll say neighbor R3 35.1.1.3. I apply the route map. Name of the route map, whatever you have given, is case sensitive. And then I apply in which direction now? In direction, because it is incoming route I need to manipulate. Finish. And whenever you do, things won't happen immediately. That's the reason what we should do. Do clear IP BGP star. In lab practice, it is permissible to do any n number of times, no problems. Refreshed. So if you see 66, there is still no 35.1.1.3. So R3 has still not do show IP BGP summary. If you see R3, okay, R3 now has sent the routes. So R5 has received the routes, and now if you see it has increased its local preference. And now since it has increased its local preference, what R5 is going to do? It will announce in IBGP. Hey everybody, listen carefully. I am R5 and my local preference is now 150. For which destination? Only 66. For other destination, it is like everybody else, equal. But for he saying no, no, I should be preferred. I should be locally preferred by everybody. And what everybody does, acknowledges. If you see now R7, previously for R7 66, it was preferring R4 greater than sign. Now, if I do show IP BGP, R7 says okay, I acknowledge you as the next stop. Okay. And then if you see R4 also changes. R4 previously was preferring R2 for 66 eBGP route, but now it is preferring an iBGP route. Not because of AD, because what? Because of local preference. The parameter at number 2. Right. So R4 also acknowledged, and now actually testing how the traffic must come. Anybody sending traffic for 66 must go via R5. So let us do the trace on R7. and you see R7 is sending via R5, then 5 is forwarding further. What about other customers traffic? Other customers traffic should not get affected. Previously they were going via R4, now also they should go via R4. Yes. So always you should check, verify the traffic which is being told to manipulate, and also at the same time you should also verify or check some other traffic also, that whether it is going normally or not. Never do only checking only for the, for whatever the prefix given in the task. You should always check one some other prefix also. If you see now R4, again the traffic from R9 lands on R4, but now R4 is no longer forwarding to R2. See, previous it was forwarding to R2, but now, that means now what has happened? As per the requirement, we have achieved the task. We have completed the task. R7 is now sending traffic like this. R5 is already sending. Now R4 send like this. Any traffic coming from there. For which destination? Only 66. What about other traffic? Other traffic is still going via R4, R2. If R7 gets traffic, this solution is what is scalable. This is why this is the best. I can do through wait also. We could have solved this problem by wait also. By I will go to, I can go to R7 and I can do the wait on R7. Same way I can go to R4 and increase the wait for R5. Right. But then what will happen? I'm doing the configuration on multiple routers. Here I'm showing you only 2-3 routers, but real scenario there could be hundreds of routers. So you can't go to so many routers and keep on increasing the weight. One single router solution, it is affecting the whole AS. That's the reason this is the best solution for outgoing traffic of the whole AS. Anytime you are told to manipulate, you manipulate what? Incoming traffic, local preference, you increase it higher than 100 and you are done. Clear? So now we are done with outgoing traffic, because only two possibilities in BGP. Outgoing traffic, with respect to outgoing traffic, only two possibilities you can get. Either you will be told to manipulate outgoing traffic of a single router or whole AS. So we are done with outgoing traffic. Now next will be what? Incoming traffic. Okay. Mm. So this is the requirement now. Let us keep the requirements here now. So task number 3. What is the task number 3? AS1 should prefer R5 to send traffic to this particular customer. So this task 3, what it looks like, it looks exactly same as task 2. But then what is there? There is further constraint. So this is the requirement. This is the constraint now. The requirement is same. AS1 should prefer R5 to send traffic to 66.1.1.0. But now we are not supposed to do any configuration in AS1. No attribute should be manipulated in AS1. They can say do not configure AS1 or do not manipulate. Do not So AS1 should prefer R5 to send traffic to 66. Do not manipulate any attribute in AS1 to achieve the above requirement. It is like that they have given you this story. So now what is the meaning of this? Another way the requirement can be done is what? Same task can be written like that. Maybe like they can say AS2 wants AS2 wants, or I can make this like this. AS2 wants AS1. So the requirement is like from AS2. So AS2 says what? Hey, AS1, we have multiple links between us. AS1 and AS2, if you see, they have dual homing. So now, what AS2 is observing by default, what is happening? Some traffic is coming via R5, R3 link. Some traffic is coming via R4, R2 link. R4, R2 link should be used like a backup. R5, R3 should be used like a primary. So they AS2 is calling up AS1 and is telling, hey AS1, we want you guys to prefer R5. You should send traffic only via R5 for this particular customer. Don't send any traffic via R4, R2 link for 66. This 66 customer is very critical for us. Now what happens? AS, what is the meaning of AS? AS basically means what? Autonomous system. Autonomous system basically means what? Independent. So all these organizations are independent of each other. So if AS2 is calling up and telling AS1 that please don't do like that, there are two possibilities. AS1 will say okay, if you guys want like that, okay, we'll do, and that is what we have done now. If AS1 agrees to do the configuration, they will do what on R5, same what we did, whatever we did here now on R5, that configuration AS1 will do. If they agree to AS2's requirement, but if AS1 says no, AS2 we don't want to do the configuration. We don't agree to your requirement. Because if we agree now, tomorrow you'll say we want this also. Tomorrow, after day after tomorrow, you'll say you want that also. So every time you will come up with a requirement, and we will simply we'll be keep on obeying you. No, we are independent. We are not going to do any configuration. You want the traffic to come via a particular link, you only do whatever you like. And this is the beauty of BGP. So now basically you as an administrator is where, not in, you are not in AS1. Now you are where, over here. You are the administrator here. So you are the administrator of which is AS2. So now if you are standing here, ask yourself, from AS2 point of view, what is this traffic? Whose traffic? AS1 traffic. Going where? 66. How the traffic is coming? You are AS2. So how the traffic is coming to your AS? Incoming or outgoing from AS1? The traffic from AS1 is what? Incoming. So this is basically now incoming traffic. This is incoming traffic here. So the task given, whatever is given in this task, since we are not supposed to do any attribute manipulation in AS1, that means we have to do the attribute manipulation where? In AS2. And if you are in AS2, then for AS2, this traffic from AS1 to 66 is what? Incoming traffic. This is what? Incoming traffic. And whenever you have incoming traffic, then what is the best attribute to manipulate? Go to the BGP best path selection process. What is the BGP best path selection processes? First wait, local preference, then the third one is just a check. After check, what is the next attribute? AS path leaves. We already know that first two, they are meant only for what? Outgoing traffic. They are meant for outgoing traffic. So now, which is the best? For incoming traffic, these three guys are there. And if you have three options, which is the best option among this? The topmost high in the hierarchy, AS path leaves. So again you tell yourself, anytime the task is telling incoming traffic of an AS, the best attribute to be manipulated is what? AS path leaves. Outgoing traffic, single router, wait. Outgoing traffic, whole AS, local preference. Incoming traffic, whole AS path leaves. So like that you need to first, whatever the requirement is given, whatever the task is given, from that task you should try to visualize where is AS2, where is AS1, where is 66, which AS is supposed to do the configuration. Okay, from that AS point of view, what is this traffic? Incoming traffic or it is outgoing traffic? If it is incoming traffic, what are your options? AON, AS path list or origin code or MED. Best is what? AS path list. So first we'll see with AS path list. Now the traffic is coming on to AS2 from where? 5 to 3 and 4 to. AS2 does not want which traffic? Which traffic should not be preferred? The traffic from R4 coming to R2 should not be preferred. That means I don't want R2 to receive any traffic. So what R2 do? R2 should do? R4 is preferring R2. So R2 should do something so that R4 does not prefer. This is the beauty of BGP. We'll configure in AS2 something and its effect will be where? On the opposite AS router. So first of all, let me first remove the configuration what I did on R5. So let us go to R5 and remove that configuration. Gone. I removed the policy. I applied my routing policy where? On the neighbor. So I removed that routing policy from the neighbor. So it's gone now. But it's gone, but it will not be gone immediately. So that's the reason what I need to do. Refresh. And again let us see. Previously R7 and R9 they were following the requirement. They were following our policy. Now again we have removed the policy. What should happen? R7 should revert back to its own decision. R7 will start sending traffic to home. R4, if I do now trace for 66, see R7 started again for selecting R4, and R4 if you see it is always selecting R2. From R9 also same thing. For R9 it will be always R4 first, but now R4 is sending again back to its original position. It's not preferring R5 any longer because I removed my policy. So this is what I don't want. R4 should never send the traffic to R2. Why R4 is sending the traffic to R2? Let's see the BGP table of R4. Focus on 66. Start comparing from the first thing. Weight equal, local preference equal, AS path list you see equal, origin code equal, metric equal. Then after metric what is there? Administrative distance AD. This is IBGP 200. This is EBGP 20, and that's the reason R4 selected R2 because R2 is offering 66 for how many dollars? $20. Whereas R5 is offering the same route for how much? 200. So R4 says R2 is better. So now what I want? R2 should not be for R4 should not prefer R2, but I cannot do configuration on R4. So I have to do configuration where on R2. So what I can do on R2? R2 should send what? A longer AS path list to R4. So if it sends longer AS path list to R4, what will happen? Because can I send weight? No, you cannot send weight. Can you send out local preference? No, you cannot send out because local preference is valid within the AS. So weight cannot be sent out, local preference cannot be sent out. But AS path, yes. So next in the hierarchy, the attribute is what? AS path. So again, same thing. What we'll do? We'll create some access list. Maybe I say access list 22. Permit, identify the customer, whatever is the customer. Created. Now I create what? A route map. I say route map to R4. Name you can keep whatever fancy name, whatever beauty you want to make your names as meaningful. What is all up to you. But here in lab practice, we'll keep it short and sweet. And then again, my practice is always I start with 100. I shown you with 10 also, but all up to you what you want to do. Match IP address I specify 22, and now what I say set what? AS path. AS path what? Prepend. And then if you see what your options are, you can prepend any AS number you like. You can put any AS number of whatever you like, or there is an option which is called as what? Last AS. Prepend the last AS to the AS path list. Now what is the meaning of this? So I will check first BGP's own table for 66 because we are all concerned with what? A particular customer. So what is 66? So see what R2 says. Go to 66. What is the AS path list it is receiving? Only it is in the AS path list. How many number? Only one number. So this one number is actually last and beginning also. It is first and last only because only one number is there. So if I go to R2 now, I say set AS path prepend last AS, enter. So my router says okay, I will prepend the last AS number, whatever you have, whatever is the original AS number you are receiving, I will prepend again the last AS number. But then when I put enter, I am getting what? Incomplete command. Why it is incomplete command? Because it is asking okay, you want to prepend the last AS number, but how many times? If you see, you can specify the number up to 10 times. If I say 10 times, what will happen? 10 times 6 will be added to original 6. So altogether it will become 11 times 6 plus when R2 will forward the route to R4, it will add, it will prepend its own AS number 2 also. So 2 in between, there will be 10 times 6 and the original 6 because it is prepend. So let us keep it not 10, let us keep it, let's say we'll keep it 3 times. Done. What about the remaining routes? Remaining routes must be normal, must be permitted and must flow as normal before. Done. And now this time what I do, I go inside BGP, router BGP2 and then my neighbor with my neighbor R4, apply the route map to R4, and now which direction I'll put, and want to send the instruction to whom, R4. So that's the reason, out direction. And now I applied the route map. If you see local preference and weight attribute, I did what? I applied the route map in, because for weight you cannot do out. Out is not at all permissible. In local preference you can do in out also, you can do in also, but in is scalable. In is better because you need, when you do in, it becomes applicable for all the neighbors. Done. And whenever you do, things don't happen immediately. What we need to do? Clear IP, BGP star. But this time, since I have done an outbound, I have applied an outbound policy. That means it is like an update. So I can also try what? Soft out. When you do soft out, the neighborship is not reset, only the update is refreshed. So let's see if it works. Let us go to R4 now. Let us see the BGP table again on R4 back. And there you see original R2 received what? 2. Originally it was off, it was sending as what? R2 was prepending its own number. And if you see, this is the original one, this is the original one, and in between 3 times 6 has been added. Actually, I need to, if I want that R4 should prefer R5, how many numbers should be there? Only 3 would have been enough. Even if I have said, okay, prepend the last S number, and number of times, even 1 also would have been enough. Why? Because here in this, you have only 2 numbers. So 3, anything greater than 2 would have been enough. This is just to show you I have done this. Clear? And now, can I do some other number also? Again, I go back into route map permit 100 106 statement. Let me again remove it. What I put, again I'll set, and then as I said, can I put any other number? Yes, I can put any other number also. So now which number can I put? Which number should I put? The best solution, the best, if you want to put a number, the best solution is what? Put your own number. Okay, put your own number. But can I put some other number also? Yes, I can put somebody else's number also. Maybe can I put like this 190? Yes, see, accept. My router does not say that there is no 100. R2, you are not neighboring with any 100 S100, or that means these numbers can be any number within that 65535 range. So you can literally put anybody's number. And again, let us see now what happens. Oh, oh. Hard reset, not needed, necessary. Anyways, let's see now. Again, it's not converged. See, BGP high overhead takes a lot of time to converge. That's the reason. In a real environment, you should not do this, because we are talking about internet. Internet means almost like 800,000 routes, or maybe even, let's say, half a million, 500,000 routes also. So to get back all the routes, 500,000 routes, maybe a router will take almost maybe half an hour, 1 hour, who knows. Till that time, internet is down for that particular organization. Administrators will lose the job, because once the investigation is there, if they find out who did this clear IP BGP star, because in a real environment everything will be logged. There will be all, there will be AAA and all people will be monitoring. So they know who was the administrator who logged in to R4 or R2, whatever, what command he did, everything. Don't think that nobody is monitoring. Please understand this. In a real environment, every action of an administrator is being watched. So people will make out who did the mistake, who did this command. So you cannot deny. The admin cannot deny, since why. So that's the reason this will be like, somebody might be fired from the job. If you see now, say 100. So can I put any this thing? Yes. But what is the best solution? Whenever you want to increase the S path list to influence the best path selection process, that so that it will not be preferred. The best thing is what, either you use the originator AS number multiple times, or you use your own number multiple times. You should not put somebody's AS number. But I just wanted to show you that if you put this number, what happens. So if you see, we have done this now. R4 has received the routes. Now is R4 preferring R2? No, it's not preferring R2. It is preferring whom now? R5. So what about the solution now? Is R9 traffic getting forwarded via 5? Yes, see. Now R4 started sending the traffic to 5. Did we do any configuration on R4 or R5? No. See how R7's traffic is getting automatically diverted. R7 is also sending the traffic via R5. This is the beauty of BGP. We did the configuration. Where we did the configuration? We did the configuration on this router and send our policy. And based on this policy, R4 started preferring R5. And R7 also started preferring R5. The whole AS now here have started preferring R5. All the routers who were already preferring R5, for them no change. But all the routers who were following R4, now since R4 has started preferring R5, they all started preferring R5. If there is, suppose there is another neighbor here, he is connected to 4 also, is connected to R5 also. So by default he is also preferring R4. Now he will also send like that. Did we do any configuration in ES1? No. So as per the task, did we did the solution? Yes. This is the beauty of BGP. And we are doing configuration in RS on our router, and it's having consequence on routers in another AS. Is R9 able to access 66? Is R9 able to access 66? Yes, see, R9 was able to do trace. R9 is able to access 66. Suppose now R9 is accessing now. See, R9 is accessing 66. Now see what happens. This traffic is going, and suppose now R5 and R3 neighborship goes down. The link between R5 and R3 goes down. Then what happens now? What happens? Is R5 receiving the same route via R10? Yes. So now will it R5 will switch over to R10? Yes. See now what I do. I go to R5. I'll go inside BGP router BGP 1. Instead of putting the link down, what option I have in BGP? We can make a neighbor shutdown. So I'll make R3 neighbor shutdown, because if I put the link down, maybe R5 will not detect the neighbor immediately down. It will wait for the hold time. Hold time is maybe 180 seconds. After 180 seconds, it will consider neighbor R3 down. So better to just forcefully shut down the neighbor. So see now I'm making R5 shut down. So now R5 has shut down R3, and if R3 is down, all the routes of R3 are gone. So see now BGP table on R4, what happens? BGP table says now hey R5, if you want to go to R6, 66, you can go via R10. So it has an alternate path. Now this alternate path, what R6 will do, sorry R5 will do, it will advertise to R4. If you see previously R4 was preferring R2, it was preferring R5. It was not preferring this one. Okay. Now R4, what will happen? Again see, is it still preferring R5? Yes, because from here also it is coming three numbers, but here it is still what higher number. So even if the R5 R3 link goes down or neighborship goes down, still traffic is flowing from R9, right? Now suppose let's assume that R5 R4 link goes down now. Let's assume R5 R4 link goes down. Then what happens? So how do I simulate that now? Even if you see R5 traffic from R7 also, let us put a traffic from R7 also. So R7 is also sending they're getting access to the destination 66. Yes, right now traffic is flowing, and now R5 has lost R3. One link has gone down, and now R5 I go one more time, and I may be down R1 also. Yes, R4 also. I down neighbor R4 192 168 4.4. I make that neighbor also down. So what will happen now? R5 was sending the route to R4. Now R5 is no longer sending the routes to R4 now. What will happen on R4 now? R4 has lost the best path. This best path R4 has lost because now R5 is not advertising anything. So will R4 now select the path via R2 as the best? Yes, because it has no other option. So now R4 says this is best for me. This is best for me, and whatever is best, that I will advertise to whom? My neighbor. And now you see what happens on R9. R9 traffic gone. R7 traffic still flows. R7 traffic is flowing. Why R9's traffic is gone? The reason is what? R9 has lost the route. How do I cancel this? Control Shift 6 doesn't work. Control Shift 6 is basically because of this. I need to close this epic pen. Now Control Shift 6 will work. See the BGP table on R9 now. There is no 66 now. 66 is gone. R9 66 is gone. Why R9 66 is gone? Because again let me enable that epic pen. This also let me. You see for R7 there was no problem, but for R9 there is a problem. What is that problem? Let me get back my pen. When this neighbor went down, R5 was preferring this, right? So it was advertising here. But then I made this also link down. So now what happened? R4 has only one path now via 2. What 2 is offering? 2 was sending what? 66 with what is the AS path list? 2, 100, 90, and 6, right? So this route R4 gives to R7. R7 says okay. Whatever you say now, previously R5 was my best, but now R5 is not having any route. R5 is not having any route now. So if you are sending me, I prefer this. same route R4 now will forward this to R9. Now when this 66 comes to R9, what happens? This is eBGP. So far what I said, there is no rule in eBGP. But actually in eBGP also there is a rule, and this rule is also very important. Why? Because of this rule, BGP is what? Loop-free routing protocol. So BGP also by default, by design is what? A loop-free routing protocol. That means loop cannot happen in BGP. Like OSPF is a loop-free routing protocol. Same way BGP is also by design a loop-free routing protocol. Now how loop-free environment is achieved? So what you have a rule in BGP. What is that rule? You're telling the BGP, hey router, hey BGP, anytime you receive any route via eBGP, that means somebody is giving you the route for how much? Only 20 bucks. Somebody is giving you what? By 20 bucks the route. So it is very attractive because others are offering for 200 and somebody is offering for 20 cheap. Many times people go behind the cheap. Cheap is not always best. So no, so there is what? There is like a instruction to BGP. That BGP, anytime you receive any route via eBGP, if the route is eBGP, it will come with what? AS path list. What do you do in the AS path list? Check for your own AS number. So what R9 finds? Its own AS number in the AS path list. So R9 says, this is my own AS route. And if it is my own AS route, how can somebody from outside can give this route? So this can be what? Like a loop. This can be a loop. So I will not accept the route. So this is the rule to prevent routing loops in BGP. Anytime you receive an eBGP route, you check for your own AS number in the AS path list received. It can be in the beginning, it can be in the end. Location is not important. You see your own AS number, don't accept the route. Such a route is considered as what? Invalid. That means it does not even come inside the BGP table of R9. That's the reason on R9, if you see, the route 66 is not visible because this star indicates what? Valid. Valid means what? The routes are good. That means there is no conflict. There is no controversies. In eBGP, this route has become what? Invalid. Invalid route cannot enter even the BGP table. And now that's the reason this is loss. See what has happened, what AS2 has done? They just wanted traffic to come via R5, R3. In that process, what they did? AS90 is losing this YouTube. Users in AS90 now they cannot access YouTube. If 60, let's assume that 66 is YouTube, they cannot access YouTube now. So last time I said AS path list. What is the purpose of AS path list attribute? Best path selection process. Shorter AS path list preferred. But actually there is one more reason, one more purpose of AS path list, and what is that? Prevent routing loop, and that is actually always done first. But I did not explain in the beginning because to explain something, some appropriate time is needed. You cannot explain everything in the beginning. Whenever the time will come, I can explain something better. So clear now? So in eBGP also there is a rule. And what that rule says, that anytime you receive any route from eBGP, if it's an eBGP route, always check your own AS number. If you find your own AS number, discard the route. Don't even consider the route in the BGP table. If you don't find your own AS number, welcome. It's a valid route, install in the route, and then it is eligible for what? Best path selection process. Then you can decide whether it is best or some other path is best. Okay. So when for R9, when this it is becoming invalid, when R9 is receiving, when R4 is preferring R2's route. But if I again make the neighbor up, if again the primary paths are available, their their attributes will become the best, and then again there will not be any problem. So that's the reason it's not recommended. So this what I have done here. This is not a good practice in a real world. You cannot do like this, because if you cannot put anybody's number, just you wanted to influence the traffic on a particular path, you are putting somebody else's number. Not good, because ultimately all these are all public AS. That means they belong to some organization, some other AS. Maybe they are not directly connected, but they are existing somewhere. So maybe someday this can lead to a problem, and if this is detected, this organization, whoever AS number you have put, they might complain to INA, and if it is found that AS2 is responsible for this, then AS2 might be penalized. There can be legal issues. The best thing is what, not in a real world you should not. In lab environment for practice you can put whatever you like I've shown you now. In your real exam also, if they tell you some numbers, they give you some numbers for AS per prepending, do it. You cannot in the exam tell those, no, this is not good. From a real point, some real industry point of view, this is not good. No, it's not an exam of only best practice. It's an exam of what, testing skills, whether the candidate can do or not. Okay, so this is AS path prepending, the best solution. So if any time you want to manipulate the AS path list, what are the best options? Either you use the originator AS number or use your own AS number to increase the AS path list. Don't use others, so that it will never have, nobody can have any objections. Now let me remove that. Let us go to task 4. So we have solved task number 3. AS2 wanted traffic of AS1 towards 66 via R5 only, and for this the requirement was AS1 should not do, AS1 did not agree also to do. So ultimately AS2 had to do the solution configuration on their own router. That is what I have demonstrated now. Let us put one more task now. Let me copy this. What happened? Where is student? Can let me make copy. Let us paste it back. Let us make it again task number 4 now. Okay. Again same requirement and additional requirement. So now you have been told same requirement is there, slightly the wording has changed. What is they telling? Do not manipulate AS path list. Do not manipulate AS path list. Now what to do? Then what to do? Again, the scenario is still what? Incoming traffic. And as you know then already, we already discussed what is it that for how incoming traffic. What are the attributes? What are your options? Start first attribute is what? AS path list. But if I'm not supposed to do this, then what is the next in line? Origin code. So can we do by origin code? Yes, we can do by origin code. Now in origin code, what were our options? We had three origin code. I said, right? I, E, N question mark. As I said, E is normally not possible. Normally you will never see E. Why? Because this E was coming because of a protocol EGP. That EGP protocol is dead. Long back, very long back, it is already dead. So now you cannot get that thing. So basically, most of the time, it is comparison between whom? I and question mark. And who wins? I is always preferred. I is better than question mark. So by default, E is not possible. But can we, when we are manipulating the origin code, can I put E also? Yes. So even if E comes, then still who is the better? I is better than E, and E was better than question mark. So ultimately, I is better than question mark. So even if E is around, who will win? I will still win. So it is always. So by default again, see, let us see now what is happening. R2 is sending the route to R4. What is the origin code here? I by default. R3 is also sending to R5. What is the origin code? I. By default, origin code is not changed. Remains. If somebody has set it, it will be constant all along the path wherever the route goes. So here also I. Remember, if you see route from R2 is having origin code I, and route from R5 also is having origin code I. So if I make this origin code unequal, then will R4 prefer? Yes. So if I'm instead of I now, if R2 sends E or R2 sends question mark, then this will not be preferred, right? That is what I want. R4 should not prefer R2. So what we do now? Let us go to R2. Let me go back to the same route map statement. This was the last thing what I did in that route map. So access list is for same customer. Access list remains same. Okay, access list remains same. I am not supposed to manipulate AS path list. So who is next in line? Origin code. What I'll do? I'll say set origin code. And if you see EGP origin code, IGP, that is BGP origin code, and incomplete question mark. So all three we can set. By default, it is already I is already there. BGP origin code is already by default. So I don't want I. I say what? Use EGP code. But when I put enter, what happens? Incomplete command. What is the meaning of this? It is asking me some AS number. It is telling, okay, if it is EGP, who is your EGP AS number? What was the EGP? Your BGP, your AS number. If you say you have an EGP neighbor, so what is that EGP AS number remote AS? So now there is no EGP actually, right? As I said, it is dead. But can we simulate? I will simply say yes, EGP was also AS number 2. Put your own AS number, that's it. You just require some number. I can put 2, 10, whatever, any number in this range. I can put some number it requires. So just put this and now finish. Refresh the neighbor. Route map is already applied on the neighbor, same. So no need to do hard reset, just soft out will do. Let us see now on R4 what happens. Last time R4 is having this one origin code. If you see, it was still II. Now what will happen? Now AS path will remain same. Again, so let's focus on only 66. And if you see now, AS path list is same. All the previous attributes are equal. So now the turn comes of what? Origin code. And in origin code now this time for 66 it is not equal. And who wins? You see I wins. Greater than sign is now pointing towards R5. And if this is there, if R9 now I send traffic to 66, R9 forward the packet to 4, and now 4 is forwarding the packet to 5, and 5 is forwarding packet. So all the traffic of AS1 for 66 is now going via R5 R3 link. we can set whatever origin code you like. So by default you can never see E, but by manipulating we can even set E. So this E will be never seen by default. You can never see because nobody is running EGP protocol. EGP protocol is dead long back. It's not even supported. I don't support also. But forcefully can we set? Yes. Instead of question mark, can I instead of E can I set? Can I set in question mark also? Yes. Even if I set question mark, who is going to win? I is going to win. Now question mark in comparison between I and question mark, who is winning? Again, I is winning. Why? Because the greater than sign is now pointing towards R5 still. So I is always preferred over E. E was preferred over question mark. Now there is no E, so ultimately it is comparison between I and question mark. In your exam, you know, sometimes they give you like this task, they tell you like this task, or sometimes they will simply say, in the task, configure BGP according to the output, output shown. So they will show the output like this BGP table output of, let's say, R4. So they'll say, see the exhibit given. Whatever exhibit is given, configure BGP to achieve the exact output. Your after your configuration, your output must match. Now what to do now? How you'll know what, in this output such a big output will be there? Maybe it will be like this whole. Let me go like this. Let us full BGP table of R4. Let us show you like this. So big BGP output they show suppose. So now how you'll know, come to know what is there, where is the change? How you come to know where is? See, if it is AS path list, you can detect it. Local preference is easy to detect, right? Metric can be easy to detect. Weight can be easy to detect. AS path list can be easy. This origin code may not be easy to detect. Why? Because see, there are other origin codes also here. But if you see any time, we have two neighbors. So from R2 also the origin code is question mark, and from R5 also the origin code is question mark, because same route cannot have from two different neighbors two different origin code. So whenever they ask you to do, as per some they give some exhibit, and they say your after your configuration your output also must match exactly like this. So just start. You always start from what? Weight. So see weight. See common, like that. Check weight. Is weight normal, like that. Highlight. You can highlight a single column by pressing keeping the Alt key. Then after that, check local preference like that. See any you see any abnormal value. Default it should be always 100. Metric if you see. So these three done. Then check origin codes. When any place, if you see E, immediately you should understand, oh, this is origin code manipulation. So E will be very easy, because right side I said you will never see E by default. If you see E, it is very. But what about question mark? So wherever if you see question mark, you know, the moment you come across some question mark, is this a task for origin code? You check here, because by default, if the AS path list is this, then the origin code should have been either both question mark or both I. They cannot be like this. That means one of the origin code has been manipulated. So you should understand. And who has manipulated, you should know, because by default it is what? Question mark I only. Hmm. Sometimes they will give you clearly a task, what is to be done, what is not to be done. The moment AS path list they say don't do, immediately it is origin code who is standing next. Suppose I say no, do not manipulate AS path list, task number 5. Okay, let me slightly change now. Let me slightly change the requirement. Let me copy this requirement again. Let me make this task 5 now. Again, requirement remains same. Now suppose I destination I change. Let me keep it 80. The previous task we were told not to manipulate AS path list. That's it. Here it was told not to manipulate AS path list, but now in the next list, in the next task, suppose I say do not manipulate AS path list and origin code. Then what? Then again, best path selection process. Immediately you should recall after origin code who is next. The next attribute is what? Metric. The next metric criteria is what? Metric. And in metric, what is the default metric? 0. And what is the default criteria? Lower. Lower the metric will be preferred. So by default, what they are sending? R3 sending what metric? 0. R2 is also sending what metric? By default 0. So if I want R3 should be preferred and R2 should not be preferred. So again, whose metric I should increase, because lower is preferred. So I should increase this to what? Something greater than 0. Any number above 0, more than 0. So now this is the task. But I have given the task and I have also changed what? The neighbor. Sorry, the destination is changed now. This is, suppose this remains same, this still has to be there. R6 you were supposed to not to change AS path list. So you did origin code for R6, the 66 destination. But now this time another task, the next task they're telling no, your AS2 wants AS1 traffic to come via R5 for 80 customer. And then for this customer you're not supposed to do. That means I have to change for one customer I have to change manipulate origin code, and for the another customer I have to manipulate what? The med now, because after AS path and origin who is next in line? In line metric med. But now what to do? How to do this? Do I need to create a new access list? Yes, now you need to create what? A new access list. Why? Because the destination is different. Previous access I cannot put 80 in the same access list. I can't go to whatever the previous access list was number, let's say 22. I go to 22 and I say permit 80. Then what will happen? For 80 route also origin code will change. No, right? I can't do that. So since two different customers, you want to treat them in a two different ways. So their configuration cannot be same. So I this time let's say I create another. Let's say I say access list 80, and in that I match 80. What about route map now? Do I need to create another route map? No, you cannot create another route map. Why? Because even if I create another route map on one neighbor, I cannot apply multiple route maps in one direction. Per neighbor you can have only two route maps, one in, one in out. So already on the neighbor in BGP or neighbor R4, you already have one route map out. So you cannot have one more route map. Then what to do? This is where the scalability of route map comes in. I call back the same route map to R4. And now if you guys remember, all or let's see route map. how many statement route map existing is there? This 2R4. So already like this. What I do now? First condition still remains same. You still want that this is for that 66 origin code, because AS path list cannot be manipulated. So origin code we are done. Now I do what? 2R4, and this time I select maybe 110. That's the reason I started from where 100 number. So now I have, if they ask me to do 10 different things also, there is I have possibility, I have scope for adding so many numbers. Right, let's say I select, I can do 100 numbers, because from 100 to 200 I can have another 99 sequence number in between. But let us keep 100 and 100, 110 like that. So I say permit 10, and over here I match another access list number 80, and over here I say what, set metric, and then you can set metric whatever value you like. Okay, let's say, they have given an output, and we find in the output it is what, 10 written. The metric value that we are supposed to set is what, 10. They did not, you know they did not tell here, but they shown you in output. Done. That's it, finished. What about the remaining route? All the remaining route will be this. So like for 66, this sequence number and this access list will take care of the attribute manipulation, and then 110 and this access list and this set will take care of the second customer. So this is my route map, sequence number 10, 100, 110. Okay. So this is the scalability. This route map is a scalable tool. Why? Because it has sequence numbers. So as if you have 10 different requirements, you can have 10 different access lists and 10 different sequence numbers. You don't need to create 10 different route maps, because if you create 10 different route maps, you cannot apply all the 10 different route maps on the same single location. In BGP, per neighbor only two route maps permissible, one in, one in out. Every neighbor can have maximum only two route maps, in direction one, out direction one. Clear IP BGP star soft out. Let's see the output on R4. If you see, for 66, the origin code was told you have to manipulate this, so that we did. And then for customer 80, you were told to manipulate what, metric. Maybe like this exhibit, like this output was told to you to be matched. You need to match this. So sometimes in the exam you can get, maybe two tasks in BGP together to do two things, or simply they will simply show this exhibit and say, okay, configure BGP to match this output accordingly. If you find that over here also there is one attribute manipulation, and over here also this is something abnormal. Your metric by default can never be anything other than 0. It will be always 0. And same way, by default origin codes are always I by default. By default, for the same route from multiple neighbors, origin code cannot be different by default. Cannot be different. So if you find for any route origin code different, you see the other routes, you have question mark. So if you have question mark from one neighbor, the question mark will be for the other. If you have I from one neighbor, then the other neighbor also by default will have I. So you cannot have two different origin code, one. By default it will be. So whenever you find like this is an indication that one of the origin code has been manipulated. Clear, guys? This is as per our agenda path manipulation. BGP provides the maximum path manipulation. For outgoing traffic you can manipulate. Incoming traffic you can manipulate. And how I did? Ultimately, what I was manipulating? The routes. For outgoing traffic, I manipulated what? Incoming routes attributes. For incoming traffic, I manipulated what? Outgoing routes attributes. So with AS path list, origin code and MED, we can manipulate incoming traffic. Now with MED, there is also, like, as I said, in eBGP there is the rule. So same way with MED also there is some rule. What does the rule says? The rule says that, you know a, a BGP router, a BGP router can compare MED. A BGP router can compare MED only if it a BGP router compares the MED. So a BGP router can compare MED only if it receives both the MED values from the same neighboring AS. So there is a condition. If the MED values, you know, a BGP router receives MED values from two different neighbors and they are different, so it has to select the lower one. What? Okay, but it will take this decision only if the both values came from the same neighboring edge. That means these med values can be these med values can be compared between two directly connected AS only. If you see AS1 in the diagram is connected to AS2 via two links, R5, R3. So here that's the reason R4 was able to compare this value. Okay, maybe for somebody this is still not clear. Many people are not aware of this in the industry, and even if they're aware, they just know that command maybe. Now how do I prove this? So let us see our actual diagram. Let me see the actual diagram. This is actually, if you see, R3 is pairing with R5 also, and R3 is pairing with R5 also, and R10 also, right over here. So again, what I am doing on R2, what I did, let's say I increase the med, right? I send the med what? 10. And if you see, R5 is also sending, R3 is also sending what? Med default is 0. Here also will send what? 0. He will send what? 0. R5 will send to R4 what? 0. So now R4, did R4 receive the same dot from two neighbors? Yes. What it will do? If it is the question, if it is the chance, if it is the turn of med to be compared, it will say, okay, I have to compare med. Yes. Are they different? Yes. I have to select what? Lower. But hey, let me see. This 0 value is coming from which AS? So if you see, when R3 is advertising this 66, suppose, or 80, whatever the route, did it advertise its own AS number? Yes, it will advertise, let's say, own AS number 2 and 6. And what about R2? Is R2 also advertising the same AS number list? Yes. So now if you see what R4 checks, what is the first number in the AS path list received from R5? 2. And what is the first AS number received in the AS path list received? 2. So it is matching. That means what? Both the values are coming from the same neighboring AS. Suppose now, as I said now, okay, let's assume that there is no neighborship between 5 and 3. Let's say neighborship goes down. Let's say neighborship is not there between 5 and 3. This neighborship is not there between 5 and 3. Then in that case, R5 will prefer whom? R10 router. So it is receiving R10. So when R10 is forwarding the same route, let's say 80 or 66, what is the AS path list will be received? 10 to 6. And now what is the metric come? 0. R5 advertise further. Along here I'll send what? 10 to 6. R2 is sending metric 10. What is the S path list? It is sending 2 and 6. So R4 checks. Okay. Med, let hold down. I cannot decide the lower one because the AS number from where this med is coming is what? 0. And the AS number over here is what? Something different. The AS number here is 10, the AS number over here is 2. They are not directly connected. That means this is indirectly connected. This is metric 10 of AS2. So AS2 right now is not directly connected, indirectly connected for R5. So both the values are not coming from the directly connected neighboring AS. One is coming from directly connected AS2, the other one is coming from another directly connected AS number 10. They are not from the same neighboring. That means it is not dual home, it is like multi home. Yes, here it is. Sorry, this is R10. Yes, this is yes. This is AS60. I'm sorry, I'm writing 60. 10. Sorry. Let me correct that. Yes, it is AS60. As per the diagram, it is AS60. I was just I confused myself with 10. Okay, sorry about that. It is AS60. We are talking about AS path list. So is it coming from the same AS? No. What will happen even if now the meds are different, lower will not be preferred, it will be not considered only. So BGP router compares the med values only if they are received from the same neighboring AS, otherwise not compared, ignored. What will happen? It will go to next criteria. In next criteria, as per the best path selection process, what is it? Administrative distance, that means eBGP over iBGP, because 20 is better than 200. That means it will still prefer R4 will still prefer R2 only. R4 will still prefer R2 only because this is the condition. But if I tell, but in the exam they say no, as this is the attribute. In the exam the task is like this: do not manipulate AS path list and origin code, and they still want this traffic to. This is what is this requirement has to be satisfied. That means the traffic must go via R5 only. AS1 should send all the traffic via R5. R4 should not send the traffic to R2, it should send the traffic. Then in that case, what I need to do? R4 is not comparing. R4 says, I cannot compare the med value. Sorry, I cannot compare you because I have been told to compare only if the first number in the AS path list is same, matching. It's not matching. 2 and 60 is not matching, so I cannot do. So what do I do? I have to go and to R4, and in BGP, in R4 BGP, you have to tell R4, hey R4, by default you're comparing med only if directly connected, but now I'm telling you, always compare med. So when you do this command, you're telling a router, a BGP router, what? If you are comparing med, compare whether it is directly connected or indirectly connected. Do not care. Just compare. You have to compare. That's it. So this is like forcefully telling the router to compare med. So med is known as what? Metric of BGP. And whenever you say metric means what? Lower is preferred. It is also used in the BGP best path selection process. MED full form is what? Multi-exit discriminator. MED is known as what? Multi-exit discriminator. Yes, you have multiple exits. You have two to multiple exits. So you need to differentiate, you need to identify which is the best. That's the reason it is used. So this attribute metric in BGP is used to find what best path. If you have multiple exits, you want to decide which exit should be used. That's the reason they called metric in BGP as what? MED, multi-exit discriminator. All these names and all are supposed to be covered in CCNP level. Yeah, at CCI level, the training has to be more lab oriented, more practical oriented. So all the metrics, how to manipulate incoming traffic, how to manipulate outgoing traffic, I have explained the best path selection process, and I have also demonstrated how to do this. The default, the default behaviors also I have demonstrated, and I also demonstrated how to manipulate the attributes. Okay, guys. So now what will be next in line? Let us see that agenda. So next week we'll be continuing with BGP because we are not able to one session we lost this week. Plus, based on the understanding of the batch, I cannot speed up also more. So next week we'll be covering with communities, cloud aggregation, that is summarization. Summarization I already explained in IGP, IS IGPs, how to do summarization. So over here also I'll explain you how to do summarization, which is called as aggregation, and what are the possibilities in BGP summarizations. Then we have large scale peerings, large scale BGP, advanced BGPs. Then finally we'll be having route filtering. So somebody is asking, can we use MED inside an AS also? Let us see this requirement. So we have time left. So let us take this scenario. Where is my diagram? Oh, yes. So if you see, we have R7. R7 is IBGP with R5. R7 is IBGP with, let's say, R4. For, let us see. Let us see R7 BGP table again. So if you see why R7 is preferring R4, because of router ID. That means what? Up to administrative distance, everything is equal, right? So somebody is selling inside med in IBGP. Can we do inside the AS? Can we do the manipulation? So let's say by default R4 is preferring whom? Sorry, R7 is preferring whom? R4. What I want to do? I don't want R4 to be preferred. So can R4 send a higher med to R7? Let's try and see it does or not. Access list maybe 40. I'll match some customer. Let us match 200 dot this route, 200.1.198.0. It's a class C. Route map to R7. Enter match IP address. Access list number 40. Set metric maybe 10. Commit 20. Router BGP1 do show IP BGP neighbor. Let me see what is the IP address of R7. Okay, this neighbor R7 is a neighbor 192.168.7.7. Route map to R7 out. Do clear IP BGP star. Before this R7, if you see it is preferring whom? R4. Greater than sign is pointing towards R4. Metric is what? 0 0, equal, everything equal. Refresh. See, so why not? Med, there is no such condition that it has to be done only in outbound. It has to be done outside. Local preference, you have a condition. You cannot send outside. You can do only in, within and or within the AS. But med, you can advertise to any neighbor if you don't want to prefer. It's a metric ultimately. You want to advertise higher metrics. Yes, you can. Why not? Clear? Okay, guys. Now what I'm saying, many students they're asking labs and all, but first my first set up the topology. I've already given the net files. You should already have your topologies ready, and then you should do exactly what I'm showing you. First you should learn the technology, master the technology, what I'm saying, how each and every. Then will I will be providing you the labs. So I will provide you the lab for redistribution also. I'll provide you the lab for this BGP also. I have already the labs. Don't worry about the labs. But before that, at least for one time, you should practice normal, your own scenarios. Then as a test, you should take the labs. Okay, so this weekend, try to practice. I'm sure many students still have not set up their GNS or Eve. Some they will all people will have all kinds of excuses. So no, my this thing GNS is not working. I have less memory. Eve is not working. Sir, your net file did not work. Even if it doesn't work, how much time will it take to draw the same topology of 8-10 routers? I don't think so. It will take more than half an hour. Maximum half an hour you can create the topology. If my topology, what the config file, net file, what I shared is not working, create your own. I have been requesting them. Yes, the the person who is responsible, I have been personally telling him to put up the videos on YouTube same day. Every after the let us first end the session. Okay, let me